Welcome to Epilepsy Today. This is Groundhog Day. And we're here to talk to you a little bit about senior citizens and seizures. This issue sort of came up because recently my son just celebrated his birthday, and every time he celebrates his birthday, it makes me feel older. And
do you have dementia, Tom?
Sometimes I think I do. But I do have an AARP card. And that's another issue.
Yeah,
You know,
leave that for another segment.
Yeah, yeah. But, basically, epilepsy seems to happen most often among two particular age groups. Okay, we see epilepsy happening among the young, among very young kids.
You were saying earlier, age 3, is that
So
the
about
peak?
age 3 or 4, we see the incidence rate is very, very high
Okay.
in that particular group. Okay, and then it seems to begin to taper off.
Okay.
And then when we hit folks who are Margaux's age, the incidence is relatively low. Then when we begin to hit people that are my age, right around 55, 60, okay, what happens is
Starts
the
to creep
incidence
back up.
starts to creep back up.
Okay.
And it actually increases past those individuals who are kids.
I bet most people don't realize it.
In fact, most people don't realize that. And this is a relatively new happening because, let's face it, until how many years ago? People just didn't live that long, So, because we're living longer, okay, and because medicine has actually improved to such a point that things that used to kill us maybe 15 years ago, we survive and live maybe another 5, 10 years,
Certain strokes.
Strokes, certain types of tumors, one of the people that used to do the program on a regular basis survived 3 major brain surgeries. 4, yeah, you're right, it is 4 now. Yeah. 4 major brain surgeries that certainly years ago, it would have never happened. It was unreal, unbelievable. So because of those advances that we've made, what is happening is that people are living longer, and those insults to the brain that may have killed us 10 or 15 years ago don't kill us anymore.
Okay.
But those insults to the brain do, in fact, end up causing a person to develop epilepsy.
Okay.
So that's why we see the increase in the incidence rate.
So if somebody's going to be watching, is there a way for people to tell if it's dementia or seizures or both together, or where does somebody start?
What we tend to see, okay, is we tend to see there are certain flags, okay. The diagnosis of Alzheimer's disease is one of the flags for somebody who is a senior citizen developing epilepsy. In fact, I think the rate for that is like maybe 1 in 10, maybe 1 in 15 people who have Alzheimer's disease will go on to develop also epilepsy. And and you think, well, what does it make a difference if somebody has epilepsy and they're having seizures if they've got Alzheimer's disease? Well, what studies are showing and what we're believing is that when a person starts to have those seizures, what it does is it increases the level of decline in the person's quality of life.
Okay.
So what it does is, it's kind of like that snowball effect that, the snowball is going down the hill at a certain rate with the Alzheimer's disease, and
throw in some seizures.
Seizures, it just increases
all
it.
the faster.
and it seems to pick up speed and also the intensity or the impairment increases.
Good.
So that's one of the reasons that this becomes important for people who have Alzheimer's disease or their caregivers.
Mhm.
Okay, because a person with Alzheimer's is probably not going to seek this, but the caregiver actually is going to, it can have a positive impact upon the individual. You know? So, you know, don't naturally assume that somebody who's having a senior moment isn't actually having a seizure moment.
Okay.
And the type of seizures that we see most often are complex partials.
Okay.
Okay, where there's
So
an
a little
alteration
distant. Okay.
in the
They're
person's consciousness.
not
Where the-
shaking and not.
not those usual things that, it's not that falling down, shaking all over type of seizure that most often we associate with epilepsy. It's that impairment of consciousness, a blurring of their reality, okay, their inability to respond appropriately, that has a definite beginning and a definite end to it. It's like, wow, what just happened there? And actually, not a senior moment, but a seizure moment took place.
Okay.
So certainly, those are some of the areas that we think are really, really important because
Yeah, it's
certainly
good for
can-
people to know about that for sure.
Oh, yeah, it can have a great impact upon a person's quality of life. You know, and apparently, that there is an increase in the number of folks who have, you know, that have seizures and also have Alzheimer's disease related dementia. So it's
Increase this year compared to earlier years, you mean, or is it getting to be more and more, or are you just saying?
that
Dementia
the
means-
increase, that if you have dementia and it's related to Alzheimer's disease, okay, because dementia can happen for a variety of different
Okay.
metabolic reasons, things such as that, okay? But if it's dementia that's related to Alzheimer's, we see an increase in seizures among that particular group of
Okay.
folks. So there's, you know, there's seizures that happen because of, that happen in cases of dementia, but if it's Alzheimer's related, it's something that certainly you need to get checked out. And
Okay. Be alert and watch for it.
Right, right. And we use that good old thing called the EEG, the electroencephalogram, to actually monitor whether or not a person is having seizure activity, along with a good description of what's taking place during the event.
That's probably what's helpful is for people in the family to know what to watch for.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. You know, and let's face it, most people got a video app on their cell phone at this point in time. So, you know, if you see grandma or grandpa begin to do things that normally...
Take it to the doctor. And
Yeah, it's like boom, you know,
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you can't do anything embarrassing without getting recorded anymore. So,
It's true.
you know,
Well, yeah, in that case, it'd be helpful.
yeah, so
Good.
get a picture of that, take it to the doctor.
Okay.
Okay, so if you would like more information about seniors and seizures, okay, certainly you can obtain some of that information by contacting us at www.epilepsy-ohio.org or calling us at 721.
I don't want to do it. I messed up last time.
2905.
There we go.